Hi and welcome to Stamping with Linda, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today I want to do a card with you using the Swallowtail background stamp. This is found in the new Stampin Up spring catalog. It also comes in the clear for only $13.95. The wood is $17.95. And we'll have to admit, I just thought this stamp was so pretty, but then when I got it I thought, oh my gosh, I don't like to color. And those of you that have stamped with me before know that my saying is, didn't like to color as a child, don't like to color as an adult. So I thought, what am I going to do with this stamp? Looked online, couldn't find any samples, and so I came up with this card. It's a fast and easy card, and I thought you would enjoy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that swallowtail, I'm going to turn it over, I'm going to use my Versamark and ink the stamp really well. I am then going to use a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock. I'm just going to lay that on top. This piece measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. So the butterfly is a little bit bigger than the piece of cardstock, but it's going to work out really good. So I'm just rubbing that. If I'd have taken that big background stamp and tried to hit that small piece of pumpkin pie cardstock, I know for a fact that I would not have hit it. So there we have the image done in the Versamark. I'm then going to take my Early Espresso embossing powder. This was in the holiday catalog and they carried it over. I'm really liking the Early Espresso versus black embossing powder for the simple fact that it's not as bold looking as the black. If I'd have brought over my embossing buddy, that would have helped a lot from the little powders elsewhere. I wish that we still had our PAL trays, but they are still on the clearance rack as far as I know, so if you're interested in still getting them, they hold that embossing powder really well. Also, I've taken all of my embossing powder and used the small plastic containers our stamps come in to hold that powder, because I know that I can never hit the small jar to make them go back in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my embossing gun and heat that. This is our new embossing gun with the 2 speeds, and I'm finding with the 2 speeds, first off, it doesn't curl my cardstock as much. It does take a little longer for it to dry, so I'll probably speed up this video and save you the details of embossing. Okay, the butterfly is pretty much all embossed now. You want to make sure, just go over it really good and make sure all of those powders are good and melted into your card. Seeing I did miss a couple spots, so it's always great to go back over and make sure, because there is a lot of detail to this stamp. Again, when I got the stamp, I thought, why in the world did you buy that? Because I am not a detailed stamp person. So what I've done is I've taken a little glass jar and I have a little bit of bleach in it. I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm just going to go in and randomly brush that bleach. And what happens is, as you can see, it starts turning that cardstock to a different color. So it does just what we don't want it to do with our clothes. So you can add as much detail as you want. Again, you could color this stamp out, but I am finding this is just a quick way to do this stamp. So what I have done, I have taken, since I used the Early Espresso, you can do this with other colors. I know the Swallowtail butterfly is, or the Monarch butterfly is the orange and yellows, but this is pretty in any of our colors. I've just simply then taken a piece of the Early Espresso cardstock, cut it at 4 1/4 by 11, mounted that on, added some two-way glue and glitter, and there you have a very quick card. Hope you've enjoyed today's card, and you'll visit me next week on Stamping with Linda, your cardiologist since 1997. Have a great day. Bye.